Do great knights live in the hedges and die by the side of a muddy road? I think not. Sir Earl wasn't gifted with sword or lance, and he drank, and he whored, and he was a hard man to know. He had no friends either. He lived nigh on 60 years and never was a champion. What chance do I have, truly? But he was good to me. I wasn't his family, but he kept me like we were. He raised me to be an honourable man. And all these noble lords can't even remember his name. His name was Sir Erlen of Pennytree. And I am his legacy. On the morrow, we will show them what his hand has wrought.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Would You Watch It Again? The show where we review your favorite movies, anime, and TV shows, and at the end, answer the only question that really matters: would you watch it again? I'm your host, D, and today we're reviewing A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. Let's talk about it. A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms follows Sir Duncan the Tall, also known as Dunk, played by Peter Claffey, and his young Squire Egg, played by Dexter Sol-Ancel. The story takes place decades before Game of Thrones, but instead of focusing on kings, queens, and dragons, it focuses on the people. Instead of palace politics inside the Red Keep, Dunk is traveling dusty roads, sleeping in the stables, and partying with the common folks. After shows like Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon, where there are 15 plot lines and 10 different families fighting for power, this felt like a more compact story. More focused, more personal. I think Sir Duncan might be one of the most refreshing characters we've gotten in a while, because with everyone else they have some scheme or something that's serving them or serving someone else, even though they might be trying to do the right thing, they're still at the end of the day trying to serve themselves. And with him, what you see is what you get. You know, he's big, he's awkward, he's not, sharp or anything, but he's honest. What makes him interesting is that he isn't the smartest knight in the room. He's just a large man trying to live by the values he was raised on, trying to do the honorable thing when the world tells him honor is stupid. He forces people to reflect, he challenges corruption without even trying to. He just exists as Dunk. Now, I think the real standout is Egg. Dexter Sol-Ancel absolutely carries some of these episodes. He's been in other projects before, like the Hunger Games prequel, but I think this is on a different level. Child actors usually feel like, child actors, but he didn't. He really understood the assignment. He brought an intelligence to Egg, some confidence, some restraint. The scene with him trying to kill his brother has no lines in it, yet he was able to say just as much. I think that's really hard to pull off for someone his age, so 10 out of 10 performance. Another thing I liked about the show was the relationship that Dunk and Egg had. Their dynamic worked because I think they balance each other out well. Dunk is strength and instinct, Egg is intelligence and awareness. Dunk sees the world in black and white, and Egg understands the gray. This series also proves something important. It proves that this universe doesn't survive because it has CGI dragons. The real appeal has always been the people. Their flaws, their honor, their pride, their mistakes. That's what made early Game of Thrones elite, and this show taps back into that. Visually it looks good, the countryside feels lived in, the armor looks real, the world feels grounded. But give this show a bigger budget. The Trial of Seven was set up to be one of the best battle sequences in the entire franchise, and half of it was flashbacks. We didn't fully see the chaos, we didn't fully understand the scale of it, we didn't see the brutality of everything. It felt trimmed down. And I understand, smaller show, smaller budget, but if you're going to tease like a legendary battle, like show it. HBO or whoever owns HBO now needs to open up that wallet a little more next season, because if this show gets the proper scale behind the emotional moments, it could be something special. Other biggest issue is 30 minutes. I waited a full week for 30 minutes. 30 minutes is crazy. Just when the episode starts cooking, it just ends. If you're doing weekly releases, give me at least 60 or 50 minutes. Final thoughts. So would I watch season 1 over again? Absolutely, for Dunk and Egg alone, for sure. The show is grounded, it proved the universe does not need CGI dragons to survive, fixed the budget, extended the runtime, and this could be one of the best slow burn series in the franchise. If you haven't seen it, you're missing out on a really good duo we haven't seen since Batman and Robin, and if you have seen it, hey, watch it again.